Today on Reschooled, we get in some editing and begin our quest to capture screens. Welcome to Reschooled, the show that teaches you the tips and techniques for effectively incorporating technology into your classroom. I'm your host, Lonnie Harper. Let's read some emails. Dear Mr. Harper, oh, I didn't know we were being so formal, or I would have worn a tie. I need some help. I've been trying to get my students more involved in the peer editing stage of writing. They struggle with moving their feedback beyond the good job or you need more adjectives phase. Any suggestions? Thanks, Cherry. For students who might be reluctant writers, having them vocalize their feedback is a great place to start. There are several technologies out there that can help them vocalize their feedback. We're going to look at one today. VoiceThread allows multiple students to provide vocalized feedback along with the markups to one document. All you need to get started? Let's go to the interwebs. From the home page at VoiceThread.com, you can choose to browse, create, or view the voice threads that you've already created. From the My Voice tab, we're going to look at an example of a document that we've already uploaded. This is where we get students involved in the editing process. From this page, students can come down and click on the comment button, and they can also upload their personal identities. Or you have the option to go and create a new identity for each student. Once the identity is chosen, students can come down and click record. Once recording has begun, students can choose a pen color and they begin commenting. One comment that you'll hear quite frequently about this article is the N in newspapers should not be capitalized because it's not a proper noun. Students continue through editing the paper in this manner, marking all suggestions, giving comments, feedback. I like this about the paper, but vague terms like stuff like that need elaboration. And when they're finished, simply click stop recording. And immediately, it begins playing back. I'm going to cancel this one. Once all the students that you wanted to review have edited the paper, you'll see their icons pop up around the corner. So once you've had the assigned number of students that you would like to proofread the paper, each student can then go back to their own individual paper and listen to the feedback that was given from the different students in their class.
Okay, while reading the paper, the first error that was noted is in the first line with the word newspapers. The N in newspapers, because it is not naming a specific noun, it's not a proper noun, therefore it needs to be lowercase because it is a common noun.
For those students who may seem a little timid, you can always give them the option to provide student feedback together as a group.
You shouldn't have put y'all because it's unprofessional and it's not a real word. And if you're writing something this serious, it definitely shouldn't be saying words that aren't real.
While VoiceThread is a great tool that really engages students, there are costs. I use a free account, which allowed me to create multiple identities for student use, but not individual accounts. This means that I log in each student under me. If you want them to be able to do it on their own from home, that'll cost you. Unless, of course, that is if you want to give out passwords, but then that's on you. Hey, what's next? View.com is going to be our free option, the nice option, if you like free. Each document or each collaboration system becomes what's known as a room. Here's the room for the same writing sample that we were looking at earlier. You can see some work's already been done here. Now the difference is all students can collaborate at the same time on the same article through either voice comments or text comments. The big difference between VoiceThread and Vyew is that VoiceThread provides a fresh document each time for students to review, whereas on View, each student's going to see the other student's comments and any markings. Students have options to choose, say, the pencil, and to begin and circle our infamous newspaper we talked about, or they can use Post-its to create comments, as you can see on here on the screen. So basically they say, oh, I want to correct that, and so they tap the Post-it next to Ruin, and it asks, do you want a text comment or a voice comment? You can type out your comment, or you can just record it. Tia, Ruin should be spelled R-U-I-N. And now my comments link to this section over to the side. So again, it gives the vocal part that we're looking for to engage students, or they can type it in. So now we have an extra alternative. But again, keep in mind, all collaboration happens at the same time by the number of people that you invite, or the number of students you invite. And since accounts are free, you can have up to 10 students commenting on one paper at a time. That's a lot of collaboration. As a former language arts teacher, I'd be spending my money on View, which I wouldn't have to because it's free. But also as a former teacher, not only is it good for students to give feedback, this would be a great way for you to give feedback to the students, because it takes forever to grade a class set of just 30 papers, let alone if you're teaching multiple classes. So instead of spending all that time writing, especially if you're in a paperless school and students are uploading or Dropboxing your documents, then you can simply invite them to the room and they can see their own feedback there. Or you can embed it. Yeah, because everybody loves to embed. All right, Tom, tell them what else they got. My system happens to be one of those that blocks out or filters the YouTubes. So a teacher recently asked me, hey, Mr. Harper, how can I copy a video off of YouTube to show in my classroom? Here's how to do it. By the way, this also works for any DVD that you might want to copy. You know, copy just a clip, not that, I would say copy a whole DVD. This little trick is going to require that you use a standard 3.5 millimeter audio cord. It's pretty much what you use to plug in any device to a set of speakers. Plug in your audio cord into the headphone and microphone jack generally located on the front of your computer. Later, when you get ready to play back your videos, you will have to unplug these to hear the sound. With your cables plugged into your computer, open up the video that you want to record and head over to screencast-o-matic.com and press Start Record. So with my bounding box positioned around my video, I'm ready to start recording. So I'm going to hit record, and then we'll play. And you can see right here the green is capturing the audio. When this green bar is completely full, it's not recording the highest audio quality possible. More than likely your volume is set too high. There should be some movement here. So if I was to stop this, so now when I play this, I can sample what the audio is going to come out as.
All of you, I know you got it. I know you got it good. But the man do come and show me.
Clearly horrible audio quality. So let's look at how to fix this. So we're going to get rid of this recording and start over. Most importantly, I'm going to check the volume setting on my computer. I'm going to drop it down a little below half, maybe right at about 40. And I can even check my audio quality here. It's already pretty low. So now let's try it again. Recording. Now I see movement going on in my audio bar. That's what I'm looking for ideally. This will probably turn out to be an audio quality that I can use in a decent manner with the class. So let's sample it.
moving forward. That's how winning is done. Because if you're willing to go through all the battling you got to go through to get to where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? I mean, maybe...
And that brings us to the end of our first episode. If there's technology questions you want answered, feel free to send them here at reschooled@gmail.com. And also feel free to send them to me or follow me on twitter.com/Lonnie Harper. Until next time, have fun in the classroom. Clip. Not that. I would say copy the whole video. Oh man, I've done it.